Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the PYTH charts and we are going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. And towards the end of the video I will go ahead and cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market in general. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange, with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I love these two exchanges is, one, I love MEXC because they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, which is simply nice because you just simply get to keep more of your trading profits. Now, the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Blowfin, which is where I currently trade my crypto futures as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at PYTH. So PYTH has PYTH had a very nice run up. I mean, they had a very, very solid run all the way up, starting from January of this year all the way until, well, just recently through the mid-March. And obviously, just like any coin or any asset, when it becomes extremely overbought, it eventually comes down and creates a valley. And that's exactly what happened here. And it is starting to consolidate right now, which is very, very nice to see. Now, we've got all kinds of different layers of resistance here that we will need to pass in order to get back to this level of $1.14, but it definitely is possible, especially if we are expecting to have another big leg up in the market at some point in time, which I fully expect will eventually happen. All right. Now, as you guys can clearly see, we did end up creating a bottom down here right around the 35-cent mark, and we have been creating higher lows so far. We've got a higher low that we created right in here, and we've got a low that we just created today, actually, right down in this level, kind of at 42 cents here. Now, it is a possibility that we could end up dropping further down here from here, but that wouldn't be anything that has to do with the coin itself. That would have something to do that's more market wide, because the entire crypto market just completely took a dump today. All right, so if that were to end up happening, there is a chance we could end up dropping past this 35-cent mark. But realistically, long term, in the grand scheme of things, what we need to see happen here is we need to start creating more and more higher lows. So what I see happening here in a bullish scenario is, if this uptrend holds right here, if this price level holds right here, which right now, currently, we're at the time of me filming this video, price is currently trending, or it literally bounced right back up and is trending right above this trend line right here, which is very nice to see. So if tomorrow's candle ends up opening and we end up going higher, we want to be looking for here for resistance at 50 cents, all right? And if we've got enough momentum to clear through it, then we'll go up and we'll go to the next layer of resistance here at 58 cents. But I assume that once we reach that level, we'll end up coming back down to either retest this new layer of support, which was the old resistance at 50 cents, before gaining momentum to go back up again, up to the next layer of resistance, and then kind of doing the same thing over and over all the way back up. All right. The goal here is we want to create all of these new higher lows all the way up further and further. All right. But the other thing we want to keep an eye out too is obviously this trend line here. All right. This trend line could act as a major decent support level for us as we are continuing to start going upwards. Okay. So realistically, instead of us, obviously going up, instead of us coming back down to retest this layer here, we could end up coming down and retesting the trend line instead, before gaining momentum to go up to it once again and gaining enough momentum to go through it, and then go up and come to the next layer of resistance, and then from there come to cool off and go back down to the trend line again. All right, but either way, regardless of which way it goes, we want to be focusing on higher lows in a step-by-step fashion all the way up. That's what we want to see happening here. All right. So with that said, with support and resistance levels out of the way, let's go ahead and turn on some indicators and see what the indicators are kind of telling us here. So when we go ahead and turn on the EMA, we can clearly see that the price is currently trending underneath the underneath the 50 period EMA here. That's kind of where price topped out at right here. We kind of topped out at the 50 period EMA, which is right on this resistance level of pretty much 50 cents, and we ended up going down, obviously. So what we really need to see happening here is we need to gain enough momentum with PYTH to go up and get above all of these EMAs and stay above it and potentially retest this 200 period EMA right down in here. It would be somewhere around in this level, and then gain momentum and go through. All right. So realistically, we need to get above the EMAs at some point in time, and we need to stay above them for a new, healthy uptrend. So let's go ahead and take away the EMAs and turn on the Bollinger Bands. And the Bollinger Bands, they're pretty thin right now, which means that a big move either to the upside or downside could be on the way. All right. Now, judging by the way things are currently looking right now, the moving average, pretty much how Bollinger Bands work, for those of you who aren't familiar with them, if price is trending below the center moving average, it typically implies that we are currently downtrending and things are pretty bearish. If price is above the moving average and it kind of zigzags and goes up and down between the moving average and the top band, things are pretty things are pretty bullish, and we can fully expect that prices are going to continue to keep going up higher and higher, and that's kind of what we want to see happening here. Okay. Now, if we go ahead and take away the Bollinger Bands and instead go to the RSI, we can clearly see that this thing is ready for a pump. This thing is, it bottomed out. It got way oversold on the daily here, and it's still pretty oversold, to be brutally honest with you. We're trending well below the neutral line, which typically means that, there could be a big move to the upside coming here soon at some point in time, all right? So it's just some things to keep an eye on, but overall, these are the levels we need to watch, and we need to break this 50-cent level first, and then after that, we've got 58 cents, and then after that one, we've got 71 cents. After that one, then we've got 86, and then 104, and then finally 114, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the overall macro chart of the overall altcoin market itself. So when we are taking a look at the overall altcoin market, we can clearly see that we are within a rising wedge right now. Our price has been trading within a rising wedge here, all right? We've got major support down here at $662 billion, which is pretty nice to see. And we've also got another layer of support down here at $623 billion, another layer down here at 595, and another final layer down here at right around $560 billion, all right? Now, what I see happening here is we did just have a big dump to the downside here, and what I'm hoping ends up happening is that the next daily candle opens, and it opens up green, and we start trending back upwards again, and hopefully go to the top of the channel and just kind of zigzag all the way back and forth until we get to the top, and hopefully gain enough momentum to break through this resistance area up here of $765 billion, and then hopefully gain enough momentum to break through this next layer right here, which is the top layer that we reached at $789 billion, to pretty much put, the altcoin market cap into discovery mode, all right? And that's realistically what we want to see here, especially if we are expecting another big giant leg upwards to the upside. That is overall what we want to happen, all right? So guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you guys enjoyed this video and if you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video, and leave me a comment as well on where you think personally the price of PYTH is going to go in the short term here. And with that said, you guys, for those of you who stuck around and watched this entire video, thank you guys very much. I appreciate all of you very much, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.